Hello?
That one thing we need to type up.
Hey, Jim, you're on mute.
How about now?
That's a big tall.
You got it?
Big kids.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, it just dropped immediately, like, it looked like he was really hurt. But he shook it, when he got his wind back,
Oh, that's when the kid went and said.
and the picture was
Yeah.
shook up, and he came over and seemed to kind of hug his house, what did you do this?
Barbara, too bad it don't
Yeah, his parents are gonna go, it's like, let the guy crawl into a ball and.
Could be here.
This year.
We
We
got
gotta
some of
change
that.
pictures, like, awesome.
And you know, and when you come home, Dave's
Dave's not here yet. That reminds me. He's not here. Pretty much it. Well, Bill is coming back. You're coming to 6, aren't you, Bill? Hey, Bill, you flying in the 6th?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you're flying in the 6th, right? Yeah. The 6th or the 5th?
I'm sorry, what was that question again?
You're flying in the 5th or the 6th?
Oh, on the 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the 6th.
Till the 10th,
Yes,
flying out on the 10th.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the afternoon. He said. Okay. Okay, you got one of these? We need, oh, cool. Oh, cool. Awesome. Here's good stuff.
It's a good thing.
Now, Sam will be here. He's very big.
He's gonna be like this.
You go on.
He's gonna do it by Zoom. He's not getting a little bit.
Oh, really? He didn't get packed. Oh,
See him? Well, he's in the.
oh, there he is. He's in the waiting. room. Oh,
Yeah, I was in the waiting room forever
there we go.
the other day.
You gotta remember to look at the waiting room.
Yeah, I gotta remember the waiting room. You there, Sam?
I'm here.
You got it. Okay. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'm a little under the weather. I'm fine.
Nothing major, huh?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Just remember, you're on TV.
Yes. And you're being recorded, Sam. I know.
World TV. Everybody can see.
Oh for 8 on the first. I think like you can. You can't be 0 for 8.
What's that?
Or 5. You can't do
Theoretically.
Mr. Sam?
Yes.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you know, we sent a packet over to you right now, the board packet. We just sent it to your email right now.
Yeah, I got it.
Wait now. Yeah. They'll be here. That's very. He did not have an approval to build a shed. Where it's gonna be remembered. It's gotta be quite. And it's gonna be. That's a good. Will be. Give another one I got Dave. This was at a length back out. I think we got everything. There's Dave. Can we hear
Hi,
you?
Jim.
Hey, hi.
You bet.
Hey, Dave.
Here.
Hey, Sam, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm a little under the weather. I'm all right. He looks okay. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Bill.
Okay, we got about a minute and then we'll start this thing. Give everybody a chance to get here. All right. Everybody's here who's gonna be here. All right, thank you for coming. Let's get, Tom Spence, would you mind leading us in a pledge?
Yeah, I will.
Got it.
Ready? Begin.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First on the agenda is approval of the board minutes. Steve?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the board minutes, the open board meeting minutes from July 30th, 2022 and August 12th, 2022, as well as MLCC board executive session minutes from July 30th, 2022, August 9th, 2022, and August 23rd, 2022.
I'll second.
Discussion. All the ayes?
Nice.
Any nays? Okay, they pass. Members' comments. Piggy Baxter has a member's comment. Did you want me to read that or do you want to? Okay, she writes, I would like to commend the Pro Shop and their excellent work in welcoming the Mice, a group of women from all over our valley, to our club. David and his staff greeted the arriving guests in the parking lot, putting their bags in the cart and directing them to the check-in table. Great job. A further thank you to Alex, who came around the course several times with cold water, towels, and goodies. We had many comments on how nice our Pro Shop staff is. Further, a thank you to Chris and the Pro Shop. Members will see her on the beverage cart, picking up balls at the driving range, filling divots at the driving range, and sometimes in the sandwich assisting our upstairs or assisting upstairs in the bar area. She is always upbeat and willing to help. Thank you, Chris. Very nice, Peggy. Thank you. Nice to hear good things. Oh, yeah. All right, next is the general manager's report. We're going to silence the cell phone here.
So today I'm wearing a Nebraska Cornhusker shirt. And we're in Ireland today. We took our first loss. So here we go again. Okay, so this week or this month, we posted about sewer making its way up to Mission Lakes Country Club and talking with Eric Weck, the engineer from the water district. They are preparing the plans and they reported that this is still 2 years out. but I should let all the homeowners know this is coming. But he's, well, I'm sure all you folks have heard this before, but he expects it happening in and around 2024, 2025.
Wow.
But I'm sure you've heard this before. A little update on the ADA bathroom. This week, we've seen quite a bit of work out there. They're gonna be preparing the stucco for the building and completing the tile roof. This upcoming week, there's about 8 guys over there today. And then the next step is working on the inside of the tiling and the flooring and stuff like that. So we're getting closer on the ADA bathroom. So going to my report, financial overview, the month of July ended with a total operations of a negative 42,655. But for the year, we're still in a positive of 94,154 for the year. Food and beverage had a good month. Revenue came in at negative 16,724. We budgeted negative 20,133. Cost of goods were very low this month, so a good month in the food and beverage. Golf shop exceeded revenue budget by $3,327. Golf shop sales beat budget by $2,597. And they netted out $2,497 for the month. G&A missed revenue budget by $22,558, but insurance expense was above budget. And then we had 2 security invoices from the old company and the new company come in the same month. So we had an overlap on the payment on the security expenses. Advertising was over budget from Indeed job postings. Golf course maintenance missed budget by $31,277, mostly in water and electric. The water department bills us quarterly, although we try to budget it on a monthly basis. So the last couple of months, we've been quite ahead in the golf course maintenance, but we sort of caught up this month. Clubhouse, basically right on target. The inn, we exceeded revenue budget by $2,522, netted $6,698 at the end. Pool and rec, maybe a little bit over budgeted this year, but we netted a negative $1,493. In the reserve, at the end of July, we have $2,494,600 in reserves, and we paid out $68,570. In July, we also moved $480,000 from our main pump station and the $61,000 Toro golf equipment from expenses to assets as well. So just to go for the loan we have, the shortfall loan was paid off in July. The $202,476 was paid off, and we're dwindling away on the pension loan, which has a balance of $405,263. On the agenda today, we have an RFCA this month in the total amount of $7,605 for the replacement of the ice machine at the pool. We added a new ice machine that offers both ice and water. The unit that was replaced was from 2001. So it was due to be replaced. So that's a good thing. Next on my agenda is the budget process this year. We started the process in the middle of July, working with the controller as well as the treasurer to come up with guidelines for the department heads to use for the upcoming budget. We know the CPI increases, but we wanted to look at other trends as well: economic trends, local wages per job, and utility costs. The department heads were asked to contact vendors, ask for increases for the foreseen future, and to build upon what was identified as increases for 2023. As you know, we have some newbies working on this year's budget, and we are working together as a team to provide the finance committee with a budget draft for review. This upcoming week, we'll be working closely with the treasurer in digging into the drafts that have been put together, and starting September 7th, working with the finance committee to provide the board with a budget to be approved on September 25th at the board meeting. So upcoming food and beverage items for September. September 1st, we have our made to order pasta night. On the 10th of September, we have the SOS Ride Charity Golf Tournament and lunch. We have Monday Night Football starting on September 17th, and each Monday after that. Romo is working on new menus for those nights. Pizza night returns September 15th. And on September 22nd, we're planning a luau party down around the pool area. And our last event of the month will be Oktoberfest, which we'll schedule that for September 29th. The dining room sandwich will be closed October 2nd through the 22nd for repairs and maintenance, but the Mondays will stay open.
Can I just make a comment? Football starts on the 12th. September 12th.
Okay, I'll get back to Luce on that. She can give me that date.
It's Monday.
So I have some comment cards here. There's a mattress against the slider on the back of the house on number 1. Hopefully that's gone by today. It's done. Good. Comment number 2, please stop all the wires you're putting up in the ponds. All the ducks are wildlife. They have been coming here for over 70 years. Please stop, stop, stop. Please no wires on the pond. I would hate to call out the wiring in the clubhouse. On this one, I guess I'll reach out to the homeowner and find out what we're talking about the wiring in the clubhouse, since I don't know much about the wiring in the clubhouse. And the last comment card is, please no on the double wiring on number 2 and number 9 water. And that is my report.
All right, next will be committee reports. The ACC, so as far as palm trees go, appears as though we're doing a pretty good job on those. We're starting to unfortunately have some hearings and fines associated with that. So if you have not gotten your palm trees trimmed, make sure you do it as soon as possible. You can avoid a fine. And then we also have on here the changes that we were discussing on our governing docs, as far as some of the things that we brought up last meeting. They're in your packet. We changed the verbiage on a lot of these. When we had our town hall meeting, we had a lot of people chiming in. So these are actually going to be what's going to go out on vote. So we just need to do that in open session and vote on that amongst the board. But we have some other items we're going to be adding to this. So I just didn't do it all at one time. I just wanted to make sure that we got this out so you guys could see what it is. And these are the main changes. And there's also some rule and rates changes as well that are associated with that. So.
Jim, has that been emailed to the absent board members yet? What you?
Yes, it
provided?
has.
Okay,
You have it in your email.
okay, I'll look for it.
Is anybody here to do a condo report? Okay, next is finance and credit.
I just have one question before you
Yeah.
get going. Are we gonna be able to vote on each item individually?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Jim, was there a condominium report?
No, we don't have a condominium report.
Okay,
Still
okay,
down there.
all right.
What else to say?
Good afternoon. I move to approve checks over 1,000 from operation and reserve accounts for July of 2022.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All four?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Thank you. I move to approve the finance and credit reports for July of 2022.
I'll second.
any discussion? All four?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Okay. I move to consider a RFCA 2022 dash as blank and approve it, but it's a GL number 8663-05, and it is for a new ice and water machine in the pool area. I applaud Eric for discovering that number one that needed to be replaced and deciding that it should also include water. And then the second great thing he did was he made it common with the ice machine on number 4 and number 16. So now we have a commonality, which is a great thing for service and parts. And that RFCA is a total cost of $7,605. And the source for that is Central Restaurant Products.
I second.
Any discussion?
Just again, thanking Eric for getting the combined machine. You know how many times I've taken my water cup in there, gotten it full of ice, and then to the water fountain and tried to tip it to get the water in? Oh, it was a thrill to see that machine.
All right, all the ayes?
Aye.
Okay, no nays? Okay, it carries.
Okay, as Eric, just a quick note, the new process that we have is so far is working fine, and that's the new budget process. Eric and David have been working with the department managers, putting together their budgets for the coming year. And what we've asked them to do to bring to the finance committee is number one is basically replace yourself budget, which is do what we do today. And then the second budget would be to identify any areas in their department that they would like to improve and put a priority on those. And those priorities would also need to be explained as to what the benefits would be to the membership at Mission Lakes and how our experience would be improved. So that's what we expect to receive. David and Eric and myself will be going through those proposals starting Monday of this coming week. And then the following week, I will be present at Mission Lakes with a number of the other finance committee, and we'll sit down and we're going to pound out straight 8-hour days until this is done. And then we will vote on it, and if it's approved, then we'll move it to the board for their approval and review. That's all I have.
All right, golf committee report. And I'll be right back.
Yeah, Shelley Daly is unable to make it today, so I'm going to handle the golf report. We have our big finish to the year is the SOS Ride Tournament. And I think last time I heard from David, last year I think we had 70 players, and right now we're way under on that one, probably somewhere in the 30s. And so this is a really fun tournament. It's an individual Stableford. It is, we're going to try to put a Marine in every group, and it's just a nice way to support the Marines, support the SOS Ride charity, which gives rides to Marines and family members coming in and out of our local airports to the local Marine bases. And we raised a lot of money for them last year. We showed some Marines a really good time last year, and we want to do that again. There's an opportunity to sponsor a Marine. I believe it's $65 to sponsor a Marine so they can play golf, enjoy lunch and such. There's also the opportunity to sponsor a closest to the pin competition. That's $50. We also have opportunities to sponsor a hole-in-one prize. And last year we had a fairly large single donation, which gave the Marines who attended credit in the pro shop so that they can go get a hat, shirt, get golf balls, those kind of things. And so, you know, I'd really like to see us try to match what we did last year. Because last year we did a great job for the Marines. We had a great send off to our communities last term of the year. So there's still time. It's September 10th, Saturday. So, but sign up as soon as you can, because David's struggling to figure out, you know, how many Marines he needs, how many we can support, and doing the groups and stuff. But we definitely need to double the size of that field real quick. 30 is that's just not enough. The other thing I want to bring up is Fernie and David have put together a trip during the off month in October to Mesquite, Nevada, to the Casablanca Resort there. And there's two golf courses that are really quite extraordinary. The first one is Wolf Creek. And I believe it's 2 rounds at Wolf Creek. And if you have grandkids, that have the Tiger Woods EA Sports PGA golf video game. Wolf Creek is the challenge course, the match course with Tiger Woods. And my friends that have played it say it is a bucket list course. It is absolutely carved out of the rock and spectacular. And then the other is Oasis Canyons, which is Arnold Palmer's signature design, and it's supposed to be extraordinary as well. People all rave about the back nine at the Canyons course at Oasis. So 1 round there, 2 rounds at Wolf Creek, and I'm signed up for it. I didn't see anybody else quite yet, and please sign up because I really, really want to play Wolf Creek. So it sounds like a fun trip. You know, David and Bernie, they're going to make it fun. So anything you want to add on that, Dave?
Yeah, 3 nights, stay. It's at the Eureka Resort.
Eureka.
It's at the Eureka. So I think they have a couple different resorts there. It's at the Eureka Resort. It is double occupancy because I planned on 12 people, me included. That's why it says 11 when I sent it out. So it's $1,000 person. And I know, Director, you were trying to get a single occupancy, so I just need a call for that. So if you guys are interested, please let me know, and I'll do my best to accommodate you.
Oh, what's the date? Do you know?
The night, you're arriving the 9th, so it's the 10th, 11th, and 12th. The 10th is Wolf Creek, the 11th is Oasis, and the 12th is Wolf Creek, and we'll be leaving on the 12th. Arrive on the 9th.
And that'll be like a $2,000 skins game.
So that $1,000 is included with your entry fee for games. We'll have, close to the pin entry for all 3 days, and that includes the tip for the cart people, the cart staff. So it includes everything. So the only thing it doesn't include is your time there and food.
Cool.
Or the drive.
Gambling losses.
Or winning.
There you go. Well, thank you, David. Like I said, sign up for that for October, and it's nice to get away when they're overseeding here and the course is shut down. It's nice to have a little getaway each season, and especially the SOS ride September 10th. Still time. Sponsor Marine, sponsor KP. Sign up and play. Have fun. It's an order.
I need to ask our members out here. I believe there was some inappropriate information that was brought up that was included with your packets. There should be on page 2, it should be the CCNR changes, which is 6.5.5 or 6.6.5 K. If you do not have that, I would appreciate it if you could, I can get you that particular change out. One of our staff made quite a big mistake there, and I'd like to exchange those.
Hey, during this little brief intermission, Eric, I didn't get that last customer comment card. I was jotting those down. Could you repeat that for me, please?
Sure.
A member comment card?
I think the last one was on, there was 3 on the, don't string the ducks or don't string the ponds. There was 3 of those.
Oh,
The last
okay.
one was that too.
Okay, very good, thanks.
Eric, on the closing of the restaurant, now that was. Anybody else? What were the dates?
October 2nd.
Yeah, October, maybe that, October 2nd. You know, swap you out. Grab that one. Is this one of the only ones?
Yeah, good. 6.5.
If everything is good, you don't have proper installation. I didn't bring it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, but now that I've given you that, I don't see much.
There is no 6.4 being changed.
Yeah, there's no.
No.
All right.
The little
I gave it to you. You got the right one? Right now? No, yeah. Bring in more. I give it to you. Thank you.
Well, we can share.
I'm bringing more, I'm bringing the right ones. Give me that one.
That's the right.
Give me the right ones. Oh, okay, well, he gave it. Oh, you got the right one? You got 6.5?
Yeah.
Perfect,
Take care of this.
thank you. I apologize. You have the right one? Okay. Gotta get shredded. Yeah, be right back.
I'm so excited about how much better the Walker's back. That Walker game is back, and then I stole it over the great. Oh, God, I hit it like, hit it up. Very bottom and lower. Shit, like.
Susan?
Oh, yes, Sam.
I'm going to take a little break here for a minute, okay?
Okay,
I'll be back shortly.
okay.
No, it doesn't. Monkey bug. Somebody that's got monkey pox. COVID, and something else.
All right, David, I'll give you the right one.
No.
Thank you, sir. Let's see, I think the right one is this one. I'll be right back. Yes. And anybody else? How many more do we need to get out to you guys? Just a couple, 2, 3? Okay. All right. Apologize for that.
Sam's taking a break. He'll be back.
Sam had a break, okay. Okay. And Sam's doing the member communications. So in the interim, we could probably have you do doing that.
Oh, okay, because that's a pretty simple too.
Yeah. Or on the House Committee.
Actually, there is.
Oh, the House Committee didn't go yet?
Oh,
Oh, the Green Committee.
Yeah.
Oh, the Green Committee. That's good.
You know, you're jumping over the really good committee there.
For all the good stuff.
All right, first of all, the Green Committee is chaired this year by Chester Hobbs. I want you all to listen to what he has to say today because he's working on some very critical projects that is going to affect us all, not only in the pocketbook, but for doing the right thing for Mission Lakes Country Club. He's doing a very good job. He's focused, he's driven, and his committee is held to task. So with that, Chester, sorry for saying that, but you're doing a good job, and I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Bill, and blessing. I don't blush often. We just have a couple of things, but I think what Bill was talking about is we have a application into the Desert Water Agency. They have a turf removal incentive program. The program is $3 per square foot of turf removed. Our turf test area that we proposed, and we still had to work out a few details, and that was 55,000 square feet. Now, we don't expect the water district to give us $165,000. Okay, but we do expect, and the application is being considered. Yeah, they have made the comment that it's a very large amount of money. What we're trying to do is whatever amount of money that we can get, and it is to complete the test one turf area from where the cart path goes to Pinehurst Circle around to number 17T. That was our RFCA for that was $102,000. So if whatever we can get, and we intend to pursue that. The issue that we had with our RFCA was access to the homes that had an access to the golf course. We had to decide how we were going to handle that. So that's being worked out. We think we have solutions. We know we have two or three choices to deal with that. If the application is approved, we're going to pursue it. But if the application is approved, we're going to pursue it as soon as possible. So that's the big thing on that. We should hear back from them hopefully in the next couple of weeks. The other thing is the booster pump was installed earlier this week. With that installation, except for a shade structure over the booster pump, our main pump and booster pump replacement program are complete.
Yeah.
And we're talking about $500,000. So that's that. We will be starting looking at what we're going to be doing for overseas. And again, we're looking at reducing the amount of turf that we're maintaining, which will reduce the amount of water that we're using. Water bill and electricity, as Eric said, but they're going up and they're going to continue to go up. We've got to figure out a way to drop those costs. Other than that, that's all I have.
If I could add to that, not only electricity costs and water costs going up, but the seed cost and the delivery of the seed has gone through the roof.
Yeah.
And I remember when it was 17 cents a pound, now we're up to $2.30 a pound. And that wasn't too long ago, but it's really going to hinder a lot of what we do on our overseeding, and we are trying to make plans to make that work. But Raphael has secured the seed for this year, and maybe not as much seed as we've gotten in the past, just for his budget purposes, but we'll do our best.
All right. Chester, thank you for that very, very accurate report. I'd be remiss if I didn't announce that you do have a terrific committee, a lot of talent on your committee. So you've got a little help there. So with that, that's all we have.
I just want to say one thing. In the past, we've done trials. We've had a lot of complaints from members about not doing wall to wall on the overseeding. But when we did the trial on 10, we never put it to the members about what the cost savings were. The cost savings would have been a lot less back then. I mean, now it is truly significant. I mean, wall to wall is just not in our future in any golf course. So I'm hoping the members kind of understand that, can understand not just the new realities, but also, but really the costs, the cost savings if we don't go edge to wall.
Eric, question.
House Committee, David.
Did you get a number of total pounds ordered that Raphael ordered this year?
Raphael said that due to budget, about 84,000 pounds this year. Last year, we were somewhere between 104 and 109.
Okay, so 84,000 is actually back in line with what we used to do when we did seed the course wall to wall. So, that's plenty of seed. So, good.
But putting a number on it, just so everybody knows, that's $214,000.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, House Committee.
Good, David, that's very good points to bring up because we seed pretty heavy.
House Committee is short and sweet. I heard from Wendy, and we really just don't have anything new. So there is no report from the House Committee. But that doesn't mean that Judy and everybody else isn't working very hard, because they are, right, Judy?
Right. Well, we're working on, I thought something was gonna be brought up about Halloween, but, we're trying to get a Halloween party here. But we haven't had one in like 10 years.
Yeah.
It'd be something, fine.
It's sort of set on the schedule right now.
Oh. Okay. So we know, so I can get her. Give me some time.
Okay, member communications. Sam.
Thank you, Jim. Our last meeting, we'll just let you know, Mari Schofeld is doing a great job. We're trying to expand our social media to really get it out there of some of the activities that are happening up here at our club. And that's going to not only be on our website, but Facebook, the MLCC Facebook website, Instagram, TikTok, Nextdoor, you name it. What we really want to try to do with the members communication committee is get our website up and running the way it should be. If anybody goes to our website right now on the front page, we've got meeting, it shows a meeting there from, 3 years ago. That's not acceptable to us. We want to get with Eric and some of the other people that are involved with our website and try to clean it up a little bit. Now, we've had discussions with some people that might be able to help us with that, which I'll be bringing up to the board at a later date. However, just to let you know, what we're trying to do is any new members here, we want to contact them immediately and welcome them to our club. That's one of the main things we want to do is welcome to the club, maybe send them a little gift, let them know exactly what's going on for that month that they're here. Try to get them involved a little bit more. It's very important to us. Also, follow up with those same people that are new about 3 to 4 months later, if we haven't heard from them, and just to welcome them again. We also are trying to work with the other committees. House Committee, we would love to help any way we can. And if you need our help, we're here to help. So that's basically it. I think the main purpose right now is our website, the MLCC website. Personally, I think it's terrible, but that's something we have to look at in the very near future, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, it was a very, very good meeting. We do have one member, and by golly, I don't have his name in front of me right now. He's a very sharp guy, and he's very tech savvy, and he's going to try to help us with these other forms of media, i.e. TikTok, some of the Facebook things we can do, Instagram, etc. And I think we're going to be very successful with him. And I'm sorry, I apologize, I forget the name, but it looks promising. So anyway, that's it for the members' communication.
So, Sam, I'd like to touch base on the website a little bit.
Sure.
So prior to me getting here, I guess Mission Lakes was working on the new website through Jonas. We go through another website company. So we were in the middle of changing a website, and Jonas has it basically built. Now we're going to add content to it. But me and David just started working with Jonas on this new website that was pre-built prior to me, I guess. But so we are working towards, we should have a new website here soon.
Good. Good. Well, I'll get with you. Hopefully, Eric, I'd like to get with you this coming week and get into that a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Jaime, do you have anything with cops or? Nothing.
So as you all know, Larry's out for the summer and he comes back, he'll start having meetings again and then I'll have reports for you. But the cops committee is always looking for volunteers. They're still out there doing their job. And if you follow Hall Daily on Facebook, he puts his reports on Facebook. So how many garages were open and some of the stuff that he runs across. So I find him entertaining.
All right, pool and rec.
Once again, the pool and rec did not have a meeting this last month due to the fact that everybody was out of town. Most of the committee is out of town. So once again, come September, we'll regain our meetings and then we'll have another report.
Okay, old business, as we made sure.
Hey, Jim, can I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
Getting back to Jaime, as far as garage doors being open, et cetera. A lot of people open their garage doors maybe six inches, and it's for ventilation. I understand that, but it is snake season. And it just so happens, I had my garage door open for a little bit the other day. I mean, a very, very small amount of time. And I walked in, I didn't see a rattlesnake. I saw a small snake and shooed it out and let it go on its way. But this is a rattlesnake area. You got to be really careful about keeping anything open. They'll go in and try to find a cool place after they get their sun. And right now, we have had some reports of rattlesnakes, so be careful out there.
Thank you, Sam, and don't tell my wife that, please.
Okay.
Be out of here in a minute. Okay, so on old business, we have the CC&R changes. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to look at them. And these are the basic ones that we're putting forth. We also have a couple other things we're going to be looking at adding to the ballot. So does anything stick out really, you know, like a sore thumb in front of anybody, or do these look pretty reasonable? Everything look.
All these people.
Yeah, I mean, they're minor changes and I think we went over all of them before. We did add some verbiage as far as allowing the potential to have a wood gate or a gate that has different composites in it. It would just be reviewed by the ACC committee and then recommended to the board. The next one was just about the courtyard area. And then we had the one with the vehicles. And lastly, the change of 18 to 21-year-olds. So those were the main basic changes that we had there. Probably the next thing that's going to be, we'll be discussing here with the resident and non-resident annual players card, we'll probably have a lot more in the way of discussion. The board and the membership requested that both David and Eric chime in on coming up with some ideas as far as pricing and limitations to the card's use, those type of things. So Eric, if you'd like.
We'll cover it. Like Jim said, David and I have been working on this a few different days and hours, but a couple items, starting with the resident member card. And everybody wants, or we've been discussing what are the restrictions on each of these members, resident member versus a non-homeowner member from outside the area. But so outside membership, we were thinking around $4,000 to join, and that's just basically golf. That's nothing else, just golf. $4,000 a year. And they can make tee times 5 days in advance. And basically, if they want to rent a cart for the year, it'd be $1,000. That's one of our golf carts, as long as we have one available, or $20 each time they play. That's for the outside membership. For the resident member would be $2,500. Trail fee would be $800 if they don't have a trail fee already with the resident at that place there. And for a private second card or family fee would be $275 for the second card. And then also with that resident member card, we'd offer $1,000 a year cart fee that's using our carts for a single, or they can pay $20 around. So, like I said, I know we'll be taking this to the finance committee as well, but this was presented to us to see what we can come up with, and we feel that those are pretty fair rates that are going out there for the first time. And then we're also recommending, even though we were told, not to put a minimum on our maximum on the resident one, we're saying 25 of each one. Correct. At max.
Okay,
For the first year.
yeah. Does anybody have any comments on that at all? Melissa?
No, I'm doing it for Trish.
Oh, Trish. Oh,
And I asked Peggy, is there a limit on how many times a person can play that has paid this amount of money?
No, there would be no limit.
No limit.
No limit. But 5 days in advance tee times.
okay. All right, yeah, what we would like to do is try to put this thing together. Finance committee will make recommendations also on dollars and cents as well. And then we can put it together and put it on the ballot. Yes. Peggy.
Well, I'll just say, I'm the non-residence card, I'm for, and whatever, the resident card, I still have a hard time with, we've discussed this in the agenda meeting and other meetings. $2,500 has no skin in the game. I know what your guys' intention are, the 25% people that are going on somebody's deed, they're supposed to have 25% ownership. But unless you really go after that and then offer this to those people, I mean, if you don't go after them and say, look, you're gonna be suspended, you're not gonna be able to play here, but we can offer you this, maybe. But if you're not gonna do it that way, it's still pretty cheap. 4 times a month, 48 times divided into 2,800 is $52 around. And these people will be probably playing a lot more than that. I just think it needs to be a little bit higher, and I don't think it's gonna chase people away from putting somebody on their team unless we have something else that we're gonna do to go after those people.
Well, we are, obviously, that's our reason behind this, is to be able to have an option for them. Because we will be going after them, and there will be severe punishment for it.
And it's unlimited golf.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
You can play 5 times a week or 6 times a week, I don't know, but you have a player's card. Also, that is another option.
Play 3 times a day if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's obviously,
That's just my opinion.
yeah, and I understand that, and and that's good, good input. But yes, no, our intention is to go ahead and crack down on that and eliminate that from happening. And it allows people too that are, like I said, before, if you're a single gal and you're with a guy and you want him to play and you want to play, you're already paying with $5,000 a year yourself, so you can add this person on. So you're basically, it's bringing 7,500 plus the 2 trail fees. You have a 275 and the 600, because you're paying 600 already, and that person can, if they use your card or go with you, would be the 275. I think is the way you would structure it. Is that correct? Just want to make sure. Yeah. So there's quite a bit of money going out just by that one member. That's quite a bit. That's $8,000, some almost $9,000. So yeah, if you advertise that out, then That's a lot of golf to get it down to $50 an hour.
Yeah, Mr. Goldsmith, do you have any comments?
I do understand what Baxter is talking about. If you're already on that lead, you know, you're already on title at 25%. Why would you want to pay any extra money to do the thing? So when she brought that to my attention, I was like, oh, well, we got, you know, so the root of the issue is actually the 25%. It's not the actual this resident card or anything. It's the actual 25%.
Well, you know, I
I
mean,
think that's the root of it.
one of the things that kind of started us up with a resident card was to do that.
Yeah.
And it's because you have folks that they'll, I mean, literally the same day they quit claiming the property back.
Yeah.
So, you know, they get this document. And then once they have the document, they bring it in here and that's all you need. And then you can go back and quit claiming it off and then, you know.
You're gonna have to be very strong, and if you catch a member that has done
Mhm.
that, that you suspend them, they're gonna be suspended in 3 months, 6 months. whatever.
Probably 6 months for both.
I mean, really,
Mhm,
and you're gonna have to really stick to it,
mhm.
because that's the only way you're gonna stop.
Yeah, no, it'd be about 6 months for both
And it's
individuals.
a lot of keeping track of.
Mhm.
We know that.
Well, once their account's suspended, it's suspended throughout the entire club. So you're paying dues for nothing now.
Right, exactly.
And that's really what, so is it really worth it? And that's what we want people to look at. Is it really worth, you know, cheating Mission Lakes out of money and the members, which is us? Or do we want to play by the rules? So that's all we're doing. Give people a chance to play by the rules. And that's really what it really boils down to.
I think if you tag a number of rounds to this 2,500, it might be a little bit easier. Or you need to raise the price. If you have a boyfriend come and, you know, we know women that have boyfriends, that's great. But some of them are here Saturday, Sunday. They play men's, you know, day, they play Fridays, they play in the scramble. And you take account of that and you're getting, you know, the 48 rounds is just 4 times a month. You start doubling that and whatever, 48 rounds is $52. You start doing, next thing you know, they're paying for $20.
Yeah, but there again, like I said, that's like what Jaime had brought up too, and it was a good point, and that is, you're kind of looking at if you split the thing down the middle, that's how much you're basically paying. So you'd almost have to look at what the total amount is, total volume of dollars divided by 2, and that's what each person is actually paying per round.
And will this be a renter or a person that rents out their home can get one for their renter?
If they don't already have 2 people on their thing, they would have the ability to do that and offer that. That's correct.
And I believe you would only be able to offer that to a long-term renter, someone who's there for at least the full year. I mean, showing us a lease of that full year.
Yeah,
We still have the rule, right, that you can't, it's 2 years. You can't be
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah.
Within 2 years.
And the other thing I'd like to bring up, Peggy, is this will be on a year-to-year basis, and we can do basically anything we want after that. So if we find we give it a year to do its thing, and if we find we've got people that are paying, you know, that are playing 7 days a week, we can always massage that a little bit too. So it's on a year-to-year basis. And I think it's something that we have to do just to bring in some extra income to our club. And it's only if, and this is a big if, we can sell 25 of the resident players and 25 of the non-resident players, it's not going to hurt tee times. It's not going to hurt the course at all. And as I say, we can massage it after a year.
you know, we can look at it and say, hey, maybe this plan's not working. After a year, that's the good thing without doing an initiation fee. So with this, you can go ahead and cancel the program at any time after, you know, it runs its course for that particular year. Or say we have a dues increase. If we're paying more, then they should be paying more as well. So, so things would go up, that way.
Jim, when you say year, are you talking calendar year, January 1, December 31st?
Actually, it would be November 1st. So we're looking at season really is what we're trying to do. Our worst month, as we all know, is our startup month back. And this might be able to give us a little shot in the arm with some additional revenue.
So then it'd be like November 1st, October 31st, year.
September.
Correct.
Well,
Correct.
close now, September, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of September.
And we also do allow, the discretion of the pro or the general manager or superintendent to be able to decide what is an open play day and what isn't, because if we have the course shut down for a member guest, for be it either the women's event or the men's, you're not going to be able to play. So that would be considered not an open play day. Or if we have a heavy frost and you just happen to lose your tee time, that's just the rub of the green. So that does happen to all of us, and all of us have had that.
So I think the other important part to think about this is just the change of the CCNRs. So if you're going out for a vote, even if you don't decide on it this year to do it, to have the CCNRs, the capabilities to, because this program, I mean, if you go through some of the files I've gone through, it's been worked on a few different times in the past years, just never moved any forward, that, so.
And we're actually trying to get this thing pushed through. I know we really tried last year and we just had so many things to do. So this year, if we can get that to happen, that would be great and get it out there. So we're going to try to get it out as soon as possible and get this other paperwork done. Our goal is to be able to have these things available for sale in October. So we can get things through and get the vote. We have to put this stuff up and get it posted like immediately. And then put it out to vote. So that's why it's real important that people that want to chime in and give us any additional ideas would be greatly appreciated.
Hey, Jim.
Jim,
Jim,
How
Hang on just a
hard,
second.
how hard is it to check on the people that are abusing the renting?
It involves a deep
And do we
background.
have the manpower to enforce it?
So I can tell you from our side of things, we did get some software that's gonna be able to, through our title companies and stuff like that we got. So we're checking on we check so many per day and we just rotate the list. So it's not like every quarter we're gonna check it. We're gonna check it on a rotating basis. So we'll be getting checked twice a month, 3 times a month or so. So with the new software we got.
Thank you.
Bill?
Yeah, Eric, that's exactly what we need to do. That's the number one complaint I have, is if, we have provisions in our bylaws and CCNRs that if you truly own 25% of a property, you are entitled to enjoy members' privileges. But if you're quick claimed off, the same day you get on the deed just because your buddy wants to play golf with you, that is not okay. With regards to this, to both of these plans, I think what the issues are is we don't want to give golf away when we're paying $215,000 for 84,000 pounds of seed at $2.09 or whatever, and the irrigation prices are going up. Everything is getting really expensive to run a golf course. So having said that, I think the plan is got merits, but I also think that the pricing will definitely need to be addressed. If you have someone that's literally, has one cart fee of 800 and a fee of 2,500, and you play 12 times a month, that's 3 times a week. It's about $22 a round, $23 a round. So plus we're putting a little bit more pressure on the golf course. So, but not very much. And I agree with that. It's not enough. And we always wanted to keep this number down. So I think someplace we need to come to a number that's equitable and will get people to play. I just had to put my 2 cents in there.
Okay. All right. All right, next we have new business. Eric, do you have anything on that with this private event?
Oh, yes, so. I guess this was approached to the board back in March. It's a King Seniora, and maybe Jim came in front, and Lou said it came in front of you. They wanted a deposit before they took it to the board, but they never came back with a deposit. So they reached out to her, I think a week ago, put a deposit down, but this is for November 19th. It's a board meeting day. So they want to start decorating about 1:30. I mean, I'm sure they can decorate next door, but Lou says it'll probably be $8,000 to $10,000 night.
Oh, wow.
So it was something she wanted to bring to the board to see if the board would be open to this.
What's it called again, Eric?
Call it King Seniora.
Oh, okay. It's a private quinceañera. Okay.
Oh, 16th.
Yeah.
Oh.
November 19th.
November 19th.
Yeah,
We can just cancel our meeting as far as.
So are we having discussion on that right now or at all, or is that just?
Yeah, no, we have to vote on that in open session. So it brings 8 to 10,000. We do have we do have everybody back by then, but that's not a bad chunk of change.
When you say we need to vote on it in open session, is that going to be at a later date, or is that the business we're acting on right now?
Right now, business today. Yeah, we have to decide now.
Right now, you're saying,
I
okay,
can't, we can't, we need to see details.
yeah.
I can't vote on that.
You need to be here.
Okay, well, let me get some details. They're waiting to see if the board would approve it before the final details, but I'll get Luz to send us out some details.
Well, if we're going to be discussing, and it sounds like maybe we are, that's a tough one. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And certainly looking at the finances the way most of these board members have over the last few months, this club could use it. But I'll tell you what, I got serious heartburn about scheduling a lot of events to make money during season. And I personally, if this number you had said was somewhere around 2,500, 3,500, 4,000, I'm a hard fast no on that.
Oh,
But now you're talking 9,000 or 10,000. That's some serious money for one evening. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How many people are we talking about coming to this?
It's not on the BEO on this, so I guess I can get you. It basically just talks about the linen, everything else. It's from 6 to 10 o'clock at night. 3 p.m. is when they want to arrive to set up decorations. 80 to 90 people.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a dinner event.
yeah. Now, question, Eric, would we be able to still do any kind of service in here for art people at all?
No, they would. This would be the dance area for that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sandwich.
Yeah.
So
basically the whole club would be.
Yes. The whole upstairs would be closed for this event.
So you could have downstairs.
Yeah, you can leave it open later. Keep it open till 9.
Well, I personally don't know how I go to another member, and being that we're all equity owners here, we all got to look at this thing as, this is part of our business. And I don't know how I would go back and tell somebody, season or not, we turned down $10,000 for a one night thing. If we're going to entertain outside events and possibly court people to come in and use our facilities, to help the bottom line, boy, that's a lot of money for one evening. That's for sure.
I agree with that. If it's just a dinner, if that's what it is, it changes I'm sorry. I was thinking it was a golf tournament and dinner as well, but it does change things. it's one evening out of our snowbirds Saturday nights, and but for $10,000, I'd have to really be hard pressed to quote that down.
Are we, like that, it would be catered, our food and all that?
We,
We're not
yeah,
gonna
we
eat
would be
it.
doing all the food here.
We do all.
We do all the food.
So that's what our profit's looking at, is between 8 to 10.
No. That's $8,000 to $10,000 total.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay.
Right,
so-
now, wait a minute. Yeah, we've gone
Yeah.
backwards.
No, I'm not going back. I didn't say profit by any means. Just it's going to bring in $8,000 to $10,000. So profit
Well-
wise,
What's our food costs on this?
let's say it's
Well-
40%.
Well, look at it another way. You're talking about 80 or 90 people at $8,000 to $10,000. So you're talking about $100 a head. I'm pretty sure we can find a way to make a profit on $100 a head.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd have a hard time voting on anything today without seeing the costs on this. I know for a fact, and we looked at F&B close, and 2 months ago, we had a tequila and taco night. It was hugely attended. It was a raving success. And we looked at the bottom line on that, and we got our teeth kicked in. We made no money, and we had that place full. So if we're making this kind of a consequential decision to people 2 weeks after we open this club, I want to know what we're going to make, not what we're going to gross.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, I heard, again, I'm not hearing everything. The details are what we need to see, Eric. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's different. It's different if we're not making any money. If we're making 10,000, well, that's kind of a no-brainer almost, but
I agree. Let's just we'll just move on and pass on it.
Yeah,
The member event we had, we're not supposed to be making a lot of money on the members. Outside is where we make the money. We're supposed to break even with members. So if we just break even, we're doing just fine.
Is this a member event?
That what he was talking about. I said what he was talking about, that we lost money on the.
Oh,
Yeah, that's correct, Judy.
Outside on the members.
This is $100 a head.
Yeah.
No, Judy, that's a really good point, Judy, and I agree 100% with that. And if we break even on these member events, that's fantastic, and we fill the place up. I like that. But all I was showing is the way we priced everything out. If we did that on a non-member event, we'd take a chance of not making the kind of money that we're thinking we're making. So, yeah.
So question is, what are we doing?
let's just table it
Yeah.
and we'll table it and I'll get you more information and get the total profit on this night and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yes, Peggy.
Jim, I think something else the board needs to look at, how much you're gonna make, $2,000 or $3,000, that's great, but also 80 or 90 people bring a lot of people up here to see the facility, they might come back. Especially if you do good food and whatever, so that's a good exposure for the club, that's another side to look at it, but you still need to make money.
Oh, yeah. And it's gotta be enough to where it's worth closing down, because we wouldn't make that on our normal night.
That was somewhat of what I was going to say, our exposure, to the outside public is important. This is a large size of money that the club is going to benefit from in that. This is a big event. They need some type of notice ASAP because they've got this quinceanera thing. And Eric needs to know on that. So if the board doesn't feel comfortable right now in voting on it, you need to have a special meeting or something and get it back to him so that he can tell them in that.
But that's why I say we table it at this time, and then we could have a special meeting and just to discuss this.
Yeah.
And then we'll have more information.
Yeah, we'd have to do something probably by next week, though.
I recommend you approve.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. Okay, let's see, we do have a lane delinquent list. What's the lane delinquent list? Did you have one? Oh, it said yes. There you go.
You told me there was. Well, I never got a list, so.
Oh, okay, then I lied, there is not a lingo.
It said yes.
Yeah, we have the right to change it.
I said yes, but we didn't do it.
I guess. But I still said yes here, you gotta send to you.
So
Okay. I have no,
they normally come in a green folder.
yeah,
Just here,
that's usually,
from my box.
yeah. Okay,
So,
so,
I mean, is it, maybe we should read the list that's on his desk?
Yeah, I have one for the executive session.
Oh,
The list.
oh, well, that would be the one.
Yeah,
we'd be
is it
reading here.
APN numbers?
What's that?
Is it
Yeah,
APN?
I was over again.
Yeah, we just need AP account numbers.
Because that needs to get to the lawyer and the lawyer can't proceed. with it.
We do have a list.
I know you said we did an agenda.
It was, if you're even, it's from Thursday. The show notes.
Oh. We don't do it. No, that's a one.
Okay,
Yeah. That's a different one.
it's worried about it. I was on the road.
So we're gonna do executive session.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we can. Figure it out.
No list. All right, there's no list.
There is no list. Okay. All right, well, then at this point in time, the meeting is adjourned. And, well, there's always gonna be a list. Let's see. How about lucky number 13? Are you kidding?
Oh, I'm serious.
Every single time. It's always the same people, every single. My goodness,
You gotta know when to come in, Jim.
this thing is fixed. Yeah, Chester, we need to have an inquiry. We need an inquiry.
Hey, Jim, you picked the number.
I think the fix is in.
Meeting's over, but I just have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure with that, I don't think they have a bar. So we'll have to. I would. Wholeheartedly.
Watch your step, watch the wires there.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave,
Okay.
Hey, Sam.
I've got some info on,
Oh, Sam,
yeah,
Sam,
yes, okay. All right.
I'm gonna try to get off the Facebook for it and leave you guys on. I don't know how we do that.
are we going into executive meeting? Does he?
Yes. And we're gonna do it here.
I heard yes.
Do you
I
know
think he
how
said yes.
the Facebook stream?
On Tuesday, he said it's gonna be very short, so.
Figure it out.
My business partner.
I didn't check my. Yeah, we're gonna make it quick.
My phone.
So we're taking it off.
Off Facebook, yes. Oh, just Facebook.
So it's on the mission.
Thank you.
This mission.
Have a good
link
one.
right here, right?
Is that it?
And you have to get it worked here. And then you I didn't.
Hey, Sam, are you going to be around after executive? I'd like to give you a call.
Since I got all the stuff.
Yeah, I'll be around, Dave. Just give me a call. I've got some info for you.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break.
Whatever.
Those are the only three comments that I've heard.
Yeah, you know, what's funny is we just, they should. Cheers, man, many of you goes nuts, but man, they would eliminate.
That's what I should be able
to go to it.
And that's what I know.
We're the host, right?
2-day shoot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't eliminate all problems.
One quick question, and I'll let you guys, when you. The email from Andy.
That's the live stream, that's what I'm gonna do.
The RFCA.
Live stream.
There is the equipment on that